Welcome back to Stargazers. I'll start part 2 by demonstrating that the save file system in the English translation of the game actually does in fact work. It saves everything. Your gold, your experience points, your items. I got 2 items. A weapon and protection. Not armor, but protection. Interesting. Anyways, my next objective is to cross the forest of invisible holes. Hopefully it won't take too long to get across them, but I hate how it's random, whether you get across without falling into a hole or anything. But anyways, I demonstrated the save file function basically pretty much because I want to mention the password saves in the original game, they don't save your experience points. The passwords don't save your experience points? The one thing that should always be saved in any RPG? Ridiculous, I'm telling you! No wonder I decided to use save states. Now, if these random encounters would go away... Really. There are no bosses in this game, as I've mentioned, so you aren't grinding to beat a particularly tough boss, you're grinding just to survive. So, anyways, this is the underpass, or whatever it's supposed to be. The graphics stink. Flip the switch on this power generator to activate a warp point between the first town and the next town. Now, if these random encounters would leave me alone, we could get to the next town. $7 gold for defeating a salamander. That seems like not much. And here's our second party member. His name is Shiva. Yeah. Nice party member join the party dialogue, huh? Anyways, now you can switch who the lead character is by pressing select. And this is Shiva's special ability. He can set a warp point in any town, and then you can warp straight back to it whenever you want. Much like Forer's Wind from The Legend of Zelda. But anyways, now that I have him in my party, I can warp back to the first town of the game whenever I want. In battle, I haven't looked at Shiva's list of attacks in battle attacks, but I don't think he's really got much to show, like, compared to Minami. But what do I care? I'm cheating anyways. So the next thing I need to do is, like, I need to find a special item. All of the items on the map are, like, invisible. Like, so you'll be stumbling around and you'll find an item, but this goes for important key items too, so you have to stumble around for those as well. And it's very annoying. It's like, where's the thing I'm supposed to find? Oh, it was right there? Where I couldn't even see it on the map? Jeez. Well, anyways, I picked up 200 gold and the silver ID. The ID cards are probably the stupidest thing about this game. Like later on, I'll be doing a quest that involves doors that you need key cards to pass through. That itself isn't a bad thing, but the key card disappears when you use it. So you use the key card, go in the door, and you can't get out because you don't have another key card, so you'll be stuck. Crazy, isn't it? Oh, and the plot thickens. When I entered the underpass, I appeared where the exit was. That doesn't really make sense, but not a whole lot makes sense in this game anyways. Why was a robot carrying gold? So I hop from square to square, and here's a door to another underground passageway. Of course, it doesn't look like an underground passageway. Jeez, these are the worst graphics I've ever seen since Action 52. Now that I think about it, at least Action 52 has a quit button. Of course, I just implied that Action 52 is actually worth anything, so I don't know what that means. Yes, Ark City is very dangerous. There isn't a single random encounter. Now, he said that the card he gave me was silver, but it was actually blue. That's either a translation goof or it's the game's fault. I'm gonna go with it's probably the game's fault. You can tell I don't have a lot of faith in this game. I've seen all 3 endings. There are multiple endings in this game, but don't worry, I don't have to play through the game multiple times to get them. Anyways. Oh, I didn't know you could walk on that red part. Oh well. And here we are in an entirely different overworld map. Yes, it is, in fact, a different overworld map. As you'll see when we get into battle, there's actually a new battle theme. And it doesn't stink like the last one. Okay, it's not much of an improvement over the last battle theme. But you know, it's... at least it's something different. I don't know about those enemies, though. Why are there snakes trying to kill me? Why are they called Cleopatras? That's a nice joke, game. That's... no, it's not. Can you imagine if I had to fight these guys at, like, level 15? Physical attacks do barely anything when you've got no weapon. That is a lot of experience in gold, though. Well, anyways, this part of the game is annoying because you don't really know which tiles you can pass over and which ones you can't. That's kind of a problem. Ugh. I hate random encounters. Seems like there's one every step you take in this game. What's a San Juan? Why is it trying to kill me? Yeah, I keep asking why these things are trying to kill me. I read the intro. I should really know by now. If these enemies would just lay off, then I could tell you that we finally made it to Ark City, which was mentioned in the storyline back there. Anyways, as you'll see when we get back to the world map, Ark City is divided into 2 quote-unquote towns, the residential area and the governmental district. We'll be heading to the residential area first. Which is over to the left. Oh, I hate jumping mazes. And I hate random encounters. Jeez, I was right. I was just about to step into the town. I have no idea what a psychic final is, and I probably don't want to know. Anyways, here we are in Ark City. Does it look any different from the other towns we've been to? Well, anyways, I'm gonna use the jump spell that Sheba has so that I can return here whenever I want to. And this is where the translation is pretty much unfinished. So talking to most people here will be not so useful. But here's our third party member. Her name is, I. Oh well. you might be wondering, what's her special ability? Why, she can read people's minds. She has telepathy, as it says right down there. This is needed later in the game. In fact, in theory, I should be able to just go to where the ending of the game occurs, but oh no. For some reason, you have to, like, do everything in the game. You have to do all the quests, or whatever. Otherwise, it won't let you finish the game. It's just, like, they let you skip most of it, but they put safeguards in place to stop you from beating it if you skip anything, is basically what I'm saying. And, where am I? Okay.